Welcome to another magic tutorial. In this video, I will show you a very surprising effect using only 3 cards, out of which 2 are red trays and 1 freely selected by a spectator. It is very surprising and guaranteed to leave your audience speechless. So watch closely and don't skip the video. You won't believe your eyes. Hello everybody, I'm Kaushik Biswas and you are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials on this channel. So if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, or if you have come for the first time, I'll request you please support me by subscribing my channel. If you like this tutorial, please strike the like button, share this video with your friends and write in the comments how much you enjoyed watching this tutorial and how much your viewers enjoyed watching this beautiful piece of magic. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. So, without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first, and then I'll show you how to do it. So here is the effect. It is very important to see how it looks from the audience perspective so that you can understand how strong the effect is. But unfortunately, there is nobody in the studio today. So the best I can do is to explain you the effect. Let us assume that the spectators are seated in front and you invite somebody to help in this magic trick, and you show him a deck of cards and all the cards are in a mixed up condition, like so. Now you say that I'm going to take out 2 very important cards. They are very powerful. So saying, you run the cards from hand to hand and ask the spectators, can you guess what cards I'm looking for? Now, whatever the answer is, you say that yes or no, depending upon the answer. You say that I have taken out the 2 very important cards, that is the red threes or the trays. So these are the 2 cards that I'll be using in this magic trick because they have some magical powers. So saying, you just put them here and you say that I also need a 3rd card to be freely selected by you from anywhere out of this deck. So you take out any card you like, anyone, just anyone. So let us say that he chooses this one. Let us say, this is the Jack of Clubs, a contrasting card. That will look better. So Jack of Clubs is the card they have chosen, and it is sandwiched in between these red threes. Just it goes in between the red threes. Now, in a moment, something miraculous is going to take place. They are not going to believe, you are not going to believe your eyes, because these cards I'll be placing on top one by one. So saying, you just show that here is the 3 of hearts. You place the 3 of hearts here. The next card, do you remember the next card? The next card is the chosen card. That is the Jack of Clubs. It goes on top of this. And finally, we have the 3 of diamonds and it goes on top. So here are the 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. And these 3 cards, sandwiched between them is the selected card, goes somewhere here among the other cards, like so. So it goes in here and you just do a dribble so that the spectators can be sure that there cannot be any card control. Now you can cut this deck if you want to. Just give a complete cut somewhere in the middle. So let us say that he cuts the deck here and you say that Now, something miraculous is going to take place. You just cast your shadow, make some magical gestures, and then you run the cards from hand to hand. And let us see, the two red threes are here. The two red threes are here, but in between them, there is no card. 1 and 2. The selected card has disappeared. So let us see what has happened to your selected card. And here is a black 3. And there is the other black 3. And in between the two black 3s is their chosen card, which is the Jack of Clubs. Very, very surprising effect. And it is also quite easy to do. At the same time, I take the opportunity to tell you that if you want to take your magic to the next level, please consider joining as a member of my channel in level 2 or higher. That is because in level 2 and in the higher levels, I am sharing some really commercial and professional magical secrets which I cannot discuss in the open area of my channel for obvious reasons. Every week I'm uploading some new wonderful effects that I have been performing in my own paid gigs. So enjoy those wonderful tricks and make your audience amazed. I hope you enjoyed the performance and you'll agree with me that this is a very, very interesting effect. Very, very interesting magic. Surprising magic. So for this you need a deck of cards. You can do with 3s, you can do with any other cards if you want to, but I prefer to use the 3s. Very uncommon card for this. So what you need to do is you take out the 2 black 3s and the 2 red 3s. Now there is a little bit of setup. Don't worry, you don't have to set this up way ahead of your performance. You can do it right before the spectators. So let us assume that the cards are somewhere in the deck. So you tell them that I'll be using this deck and all the cards are in a mixed up situation, and which is true. So you say that I'll be taking out 2 very important cards. So seeing what you do, you need to look for the red 3s. But as you are looking for the red 3s, you have to control the black 3s. It is very easy. I'll show you how you can do that. So I'm running the cards from hand to hand. So here I have got one of the red 3s. So I'll just continue doing it. So, but remember, the spectators are looking at the back of the cards only. So you just move the cards like so, and as you come to the first black 3, you just cut it and place it at the bottom of the deck. Now you continue doing it. Now you continue doing it, and as you come to the next black 3, you just take another card and put these 2 cards at the top, so that when the deck is facing down, it should be second from the top. So this is what is required, and then you said, where are the 3s gone? Let me look for it once again. Yes, I missed it. Actually, you are now set for the performance. So you take out one of the 3s, you can do this very openly and run the cards and say that where is the other, here is the other 3. So saying you take out the 2 3s. Now, one of the 3s is at the bottom. Don't worry, nobody is looking for it because nobody knows what is going to happen. And the other 3 is second from the bottom when the deck is facing up, or it is second from the top when the deck is facing down. So any indifferent card, a 3, and here is the other 3. It is very easy. You can do it casually as you are talking to your spectators, and very casually you can do it. Now you show these 2 cards and say that these are very magical. They have magical powers. Put them here. And then say that I need a 3rd card to be freely chosen by you from anywhere out of this deck. So saying, you run the cards from hand to hand and let him choose any card from the deck except that the 2nd card from the top, which is a black 3, or the bottom card. So you have to force any one of the other cards, which is very, very simple. Let us say that he chooses this one, and you say that remember the card, don't show it to me. So he looks at the card. It is Ace of Diamonds. So Ace of Diamonds is their selected card. But here, as they are looking at the card, you tell them that you just put your signature on top, on the face of this card. The idea is that you are trying to keep them busy because you need to palm one of the cards. So what happens, when they put their signature, as there was nobody, I had to do it all by myself, and all the heat was on my hand. So it was a little bit difficult, and the camera is staring at my hands. But in the actual performance, what will happen whenever they are choosing a card, let's say this is the card they have chosen, and you say that fine, that is okay. Now you look at the card. Now they are looking at the card. You tell them that to remember the card, don't forget it. They are remember the card. All attention is now here. All the attention is now here, and you ask them to put their signature here and put them in between these 2 trees. So that part is done by the spectators themselves. Now, when they are busy doing this, you get ample of opportunity to palm the top card of the deck. But since, as I told you, I'm performing here all alone, I had to do it all by myself, and you might have noticed that I'm doing something fishy over here. But believe me, in actual performance, this is very, very easy because all attention is there. They are putting it in between the red 3s like so. They are doing it themselves, and you ask them to put it on the table. And by that time, you have already palmed off. Now, I'm not very good at palming cards, but you can just do it because nobody is watching you now. So you palm off one card, and you are now ready to add this palmed card on top of these 3 cards. Actually, this is the top card of the deck, and this is the black 3. Remember that. So you palm it off as they are writing, and when they place the cards on the table facing down, you say, yes, that is exactly what I wanted. Now you have already added this. So you don't give them time to think. It happens in a fraction of a second. You just palm the card and say, yes, thank you very much. That is exactly what I wanted. So you just added the 4th card, the top card. So once again, so they have placed it over here, and in the meantime you're ready with the palmed card, and you said that is exactly what I wanted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these cards one at a time on top of this deck. Now you need to do a move called glide. Now I taught this glide in my previous videos, but for the sake of completion, I'm going to explain you once again. So you are holding the cards in this way from above, the fingers on one long side and the thumb on the opposite long side, and you turn your hand face down. Now as you turn your hand face down after showing this card, you do a glide. That means with your middle finger you slide the bottom card a little bit so that the second card can be accessed by your right fingers. But this all happens under cover of the right hand. So you show this card, you just do the glide. Now it is in a glide position, you slide out of the bottom card. That is what the spectators think, but you are actually sliding out the second card. This second card, this is an exposed view. You slide out the second card and place it over here. Now, when the second card is placed over here, that is the selected card. After that, what happens, now it is in a glazed position, so you square the cards and don't show the bottom card now. And then ask the spectators, can you guess what is the next card? They will say that it is the selected card. Yes, you are right. Now you take out the card and place it over there. Now remember, this is the 3 of diamonds, which goes on top. Now you are holding 2 cards here, but they should be held together as a single card. So you show the last card. Now logically, all the cards are in the correct position, though there you are holding 2 cards together. So there is no questions from the audience. So you show the last card, say that it is obviously the other red 3, and you place it on top, making sure that the cards are perfectly aligned. Then you say that these are the 3 cards, and in between these 3 cards is your selected card. You square these cards and just give a casual glance of the bottom card and say that I'm going to put this card. So they look at this card and they say that no, it is okay. Now I'm going to put this card somewhere inside this deck. So saying, you just riffle the cards with your thumb and place somewhere 1/3 from the top of the deck, not below center. So somewhere here. So you put it here and very slowly push them in so that they are sure that the cards have gone somewhere in the deck. Now you can do a dribble in order to show that you are not controlling the cards in any way, and then ask somebody to give a complete cut. They give a complete cut and you run the cards and it is done. And you just run the cards from hand to hand and you will come to the first red 3 and then say, here is the red 3 and now here is the other red 3, but surprisingly your selected card is missing from the middle of the 3s. I don't know how it is possible. So there is nothing here, nothing here. Your selected card is missing. So you continue running the cards from hand to hand, and then as you come to the first black 3, you stop and say, so here is a black 3 and here is another black 3, and see, in between these 2 black 3s is your selected card, your signed selected 9 of diamonds. Wonderful. Just give it a try. I'm quite sure you will be able to do it if you practice. Thank you very much. See you again next time in the next video. Make people laugh and happy with your magic. Bye-bye.